Hey guys, stay tuned. I'm going to show you how I used Infusible ink on a piece of wood that I just got at my local Walmart, and it turned out quite well if I say so myself. So stay tuned with the new Infusible ink, and we're going to try a product that's not through Cricut. I just bought it at my local Walmart. I'm going to show you how first I designed the project, which for this, for the trial and test, I recommend only using very simple images. So we'll open Design Space. And go to New Project. So the piece of wood we're going to be trying is a 6 by 6 inch. And we don't want to do the whole, every bit of that. You want to not go over the edges. So let's insert a shape. Oh, wrong thing. And let's make it 5, 8, 9. So therefore it won't cover 100% of the square, but most of it. So now we need to insert something. This is going to be our template. And let's duplicate this square too real quick. Because remember, I like for it to cut all the way through the Infusible ink so I can save as much as I can. So that's why I wanted to cut twice the square. So now let's go to Images. Let's do let's just do the hearts here, because that's pretty basic design and it'll be easy to try this out to see if it works. Alright, now we'll size it up. That's pretty good. You don't have to be perfectly, in the middle of it. We're going to attach it to that. Okay. And then we're going to put these two squares together. And then we're going to attach them. Alright, let's go to Make It. So again, the reason why we do the two squares and everything, because I wanted to cut all the way through, not do a kiss cut. So I wanted to cut all the way through our Infusible ink sheet so I can save the rest of this, and it's just easier to weed this way. Because remember, with the Infusible ink, if you can get a little bit of sweat or oils on your skin, it will rub off the ink. So you either can put gloves on or just weed it really quickly, whichever one. But for this project being big like this and simple lines, it'll be pretty easy to weed. So continue. I have to turn on. Alright, then we're going to use Infusible ink transfer sheet, and then I keep everything the same, default and everything. We'll load this, get it to cut, and I'll show you guys how to weed it. Alright? Alright guys, so it's got cut here, and to pretty much weed, you can either start a corner here, which is what I usually do. And it just pulls off. It's quite easy. Remember, trying to avoid from touching this too much. Because see, watch, I'll show you guys. See how you get the white in there now? See, look at that, it's rubbing off. Okay. Pull this piece up. Let's weed our little shadows on the hearts. And it is easier with this to kind of bend it up. Like I said, just be kind of fast so you're not touching the ink too much. I love this Infusible ink. It's like magic. It's really cool. I'm so glad Cricut did something like this. I mean, I'm going to weed out just this line here. I've been trying to experiment with some different materials besides just the tote bags or the shirts or the coasters you can buy through Cricut. So I've been trying to buy some different material I think will work, and we're just going to see. I've already done a little test of this already on a piece of wood, and I just want to show you guys how I did it, and so you guys can maybe try different things too. It's very cool, and I think as time goes on, there'll even be more things we can do with this. It's quite easy to weed. Alright, there it's all weeded out. I like to, especially for this project, because being on wood, it's very bumpy and not very even. It's like a surface. So I try to bend this up a little like this, so it will lay a little flatter, because that's the only way this transfer is going to work. So here's the piece of wood I got. This is at my local Walmart. You guys should be able to buy this too, down the craft aisle, and it's pre-made. When you're looking, try to get one that's not warped, because there's several that's warped you a little bit, and the more gap you're going to have, the less this is going to transfer. So that's how this works. Remember, it turns into a gas and then transfers onto the surface. So this one's got a little bit of a lip here. It's not 100% flat. So we'll see how this turns out. But that is something that you have to pay attention when you're selecting wood like this. So put it down. And for this object, either we didn't mirror it. There's no reason to mirror it, because there's no reason to know the difference which way they were. But if you're doing letters or whatever, you definitely don't forget to mirror since you're putting it face down. So do it like this. Try to get as flat as possible. That's the key here. Oh, wrong direction. Always use heat resistant tape. I keep always pushing up here onto the corners as I apply a new piece. Just making sure you get as much of the wrinkles and get as flat as possible, because that is really going to be the key here. And on the I test section that I done, let me get our thing here turned on and heated up. So I followed the directions for the tote bag for canvas. So we're going to do 385, and then I'm going to do 80 seconds though, to keep it on here, since it is a little, like I said, see how it's going to come up a little bit. Sorry, I'm rambling. So I just wanted to keep it on there a little longer. So this is my own personal settings. These are not Cricut settings on what I set up for this. Because again, this is not really a Cricut item. This is something I bought at Walmart, and we're just trying it out here. So as soon as it gets up to heat, I will still put a piece of the butcher paper that come with your Infusible ink here. And I actually, for this too, again for wood, since it's not a perfect flat surface, I'm going to apply some pressure to help keep everything down flat. So here we go. While it's counting down, I will speed this up for you guys. Because again, my concern is that this is in a perfectly flat surface, so you've got to let it, try to do that. Because that's how it works to transfer. It's a gas, so you want that gas to be as close as possible to that surface as it's transferring into the surface. So we're going to take this off. It does look like it actually worked. We'll give it a few more seconds here. Oh my gosh, look at that. It turned out wonderful. Now, it didn't transfer 100% of the ink, as you see here, but I like that. It gives it a weathered look. Or a distressed look, however you want to look at it. Hope some sap come out of the wood there. And that is something you're going to run into, which we can fix. You can fix that with some white paint, which will be easy. But this looks great. I'll actually show you how to fix that real fast, okay? Alright guys, so I just got some of the cheap paint you get there at Walmart. You need very little. Just dip it in there, and I usually sponge most of it off. And then we'll just dab over it. This has cooled down. So that's how it turned out. I think it's great. Yes, there's some spots here that didn't, like I said, because this is down a little bit, so that's what happens. So again, whenever you're looking for your piece of wood, make sure it's as smooth as possible. Not real warped wood, or it will not work right. Another thing I've been also experimenting with, which just hasn't quite turned out the way I wanted to. This is a piece of just canvas I bought at Walmart, and it worked pretty well. There are some bad spots though, here and here. Not sure why, what happened there, but I do have the small easy press, so it's not, wasn't enough to do it all, so I had to do it in sections. So I don't know if that's what happened, but it definitely transfers onto canvases. So there's another thing you guys can try too. But I think it's really cool that it works on wood here, and these are very inexpensive at Walmart that I bought, so you guys can always look for that. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Also look in the description for some links and write me some comments about it. Also, you guys, look at my other links in there too if my friends like to help support. And as always, thanks for being here. See you in the next video. Bye.